was an interesting moment for me at the time because I really wasn't seeking someone or anyone, I should say. I just hoped if I did meet someone that they would be a positive person to meet. Everything he was saying and doing was making me fall in love with him.
Oh yeah? I know every judge and order. Oh yeah?
Fighting over custody. A lot of people quit going, that's just how it got to be. But she keeps on fighting and it takes a lot of guts.
No justice, no peace!
You two are like two immature cartoon characters.
Objection. Where's any of this evidence of this?
Order.
I'm sanctioning you for $15,000.
I have a right to see my son.
This is all about a child. A poor boy born into a battle.
This is not justice!
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
No peace, no justice!
You're trying to have a judge removed.
I'll sanction her for thousands of dollars for coming to court.
How much money is Mr. K-Man, Mr. Gee paying you and your fellow judges to keep this woman away from her child?
Said I'm gonna survive, I gotta survive. Even with your lies, I'm gonna survive, gotta survive. Said I'm gonna survive, I gotta survive. Even with your lies, I've gotta survive, gonna survive. Said I'm gonna survive, I'm gonna survive. Even with your lies.
This is the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show. Dr. Meleeka Clary is a clinical psychologist, actress, director, model, and human rights activist. On this program, Dr. Meleeka guides you toward a more fulfilling life through the power of positive psychology. And now, please welcome your host, Dr. Meleeka Clary.
Welcome to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. Hey, how are you? Oh, gosh, here we go. You know, I'm so blessed to be here and to be able to say just that and to be able to give thanks to God. So let me do it. Thank you, God, for giving me another day. Be able to do this show, but also say love. I love you to my loved ones. So I always got to give thanks because, you know, with all things are going on, you just don't know what's going to happen. And I always tell people, you know, even for myself, I go through so many things. I think, and you, my fans, you know, I'm going to tell you because I'm not perfect, but I go through things too. Like, I really want to say that thank you to all of you who've been sending your prayers for my mom because she's currently in the hospital. She's doing okay. She just, you know, 82. We made it, 82, y'all. Hey. Happy birthday, mama. You know, so I'm so glad that she made it to 82. And I'm looking to, you know, push that further, you know, but she had got ill, you know, something elderly people get, you know, immune systems and back and forth, but she's getting better. So we just have to do some transition and get her some rehab so she can come home. That's why I need my mama come home. So thank you for all your prayers and your continued prayers, and for my mom and, you know, my family. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it because, like I told you before, I'm always going to say that no matter what we go through in life, no one's perfect, and I'm not perfect. And, you know, I cry, bleed, get sad, and go through different challenges. And my mom is a big part of my life. Of course, I would expect anybody's mom should be, but I've always had my mom with me. I mean, when I say ride and die, she's always been with me, you know, when I was younger living with her, and then I got older to be able to have her live with me. And we've always been together like that, like, you know, so, you know, it's kind of hard to watch somebody health diminish in front of you. So I try not to take a day for granted. but she's still with us. And as you know, I think you can see in back of me, we had an article, magazine that came out with me and my mom. Actually, I'm going to show this real quick because I'm very proud of them for doing this. And Legacy, that's my mom. And if you get a chance, it's a digital. You can look online and you can find it. That's me and my mom. And it's about my mom too inside the article. They did a wonderful job. Thank you, Legacy. You guys are great. Yep, the Legacy Mag. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for acknowledging me and my mom. And on her birthday, and my daughter's birthday, the same, Meleeka Clary. She's my mom, Larry Clary, they're both on the same day. So I really appreciate them doing this. So I have to say that. So, it's one of those situations that you just don't never think you're going to have to deal with that. Like I told you, my mom is a big part of my life, but she's getting better. So just keep on praying, you guys, and I will too. And just, hey, don't take life for granted. I mean, my mom's 82. So, she lived 82 years so far. So I appreciate that. So with that being said, I want you guys to try to enjoy this day. If you have some loved ones, say I love you. I try to do that. Sometimes we're not perfect people, and we try to, let people know that we care. And sometimes it is like that. You don't always have that opportunity, but try to do that even if you're upset with somebody and you don't like that. But still, hey, shout them, I love you. That's what you got to do. Try to just forgive that and just deal with it, of course, but still keep love in your heart. Okay. And with that being said, we have an amazing guest, and he's going to come, when I bring him. He is just an amazing person. And I can't wait to introduce him because I've known him for several years, and I met him in Indiana. But he is a funny person, just a joy to know. And he does wonderful things. He really does. And he is just a great individual. So with that being said, we are going to take a brief commercial, and we are going to come back with my amazing guest, you guys. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. Don't go nowhere, folks. We'll be right back.
Dr. Meleeka Clary is an award-winning director, actor, model, paralegal, clinical psychologist, and YouTuber who focuses on raising public awareness of judicial deception and the importance of mental health. Clary has won several accolades and awards for 3 corners of deception, including Best Human Rights Director and Best Female Director at the Toronto International Women's Film Festival. She joined HMWP Psychology Counseling in 2019 and has since been creating content for YouTube. Dr. Clary's work has been praised for its insights into the criminal mind, and she continues to be an outspoken advocate for justice.
And I wanted to do the show, which I was asked to do so, but I had to do it my way. And my way is this: I want to know, who are you? I mean, I could tell you what I am. I'm a filmmaker, I'm an actress, I'm a mom, I'm a doctor. But who am I? Who do I identify myself as to myself? You have a lot of people walking around here and they don't know who they are. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's about. It's who are you? Because I interview celebrities, I interview doctors, lawyers, average folks. I mean, you could be a nurse, it doesn't matter. I'm going to interview, but I'm not just going to interview about you. I'm going to interview, who are you to you? Who do you identify yourself? Because believe it or not, that's a very interesting question. And a lot of times it's hard to answer.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't understand that.
You're a clinical psychologist.
Yes.
Filmmaker.
Yes.
Actress.
Yes.
Model.
Yes.
How do you find the time to everything?
Well,
it's amazing. Many congratulations with everything.
Thank you. I think life, that's what it is. I mean, I'm 50, so I have a lot of life there. So experiences and challenges and, things I wanted to do in life.
I just love, I can feel the passion that you have for your work. Yes. I can feel that. You and I have only just met this morning. Mm-hmm. But you have so much involvement with people, your patients, clients, and you love it, don't you? You really do.
I do.
Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. How you doing, people? Thank you for coming back. All right, here we go. This is okay. This gentleman, he is amazing. Okay. When I say that he's amazing, he's a journalist. He's a former anchor and in Indiana on Channel 13. He does the news. He's where the scoop is. He go by Scoop, matter of fact. But you know what's so funny about this individual? And I guess this is just I show my colors on certain things. I have to keep it real. You know the doctor is going to keep you real. But when I met him, when I very first met him, he is of color. So he looks like me. Okay. And I said, wow, what are you doing? And he's like, he does the news. I'm like, I never seen that before. I know you think that, well, you living in a bubble. Well, I'm from Massachusetts in Boston, but they didn't have a lot of colorful people doing news. It might have been one person, but I didn't know what exactly her position, but I didn't see that a lot. So when I saw this gentleman, I said, wow, that's amazing. Look at you. And I guess we cleaned after that, like we're like friends. Because I said, wow, I can't believe it. And it's so intelligent and just brilliant. But here's the thing, he's funny. Oh my gosh, is he funny? He is hilarious. I think he should have been a comedian in his time as well. He's an amazing individual. And I'm so glad that he decided to be on my show. But one thing I have to tell you, I know a lot about him. I know what he do. And many people know about him. But I'm always going to know, well, I'm always going to be curious about him as a person. So, I got to get into that. Let me let you know. Come closer. So I'm going to bring my guest, Stephen Jeffison, who is known, and he go by the Scoop. Scoop. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, handsome?
I'm doing great.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
How are
Oh
you?
my gosh, you got that $1 million smile, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Well, thank you. You know what? I am just like blown away. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm blown away that you have your own show and I get to be on it. Me. Oh my God. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I am so proud
Thank you.
of
I
you.
appreciate you.
You are amazing.
Oh.
You are amazing. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And you are amazing too. And I don't know how many years, but I've been knowing you for about 16, probably 16. So I want to say about 15 years.
More than that.
It might have been it's been a minute. I know that because my son is 17 years old. So I've been here that long. So it's got to be between there. Yeah. I know that. So I'm just amazed that you do what you do, and I'm really glad you're a pioneer for many people, and I was real, wasn't I real? I hit it how I met you. You know it. Yeah. I know somebody would say, "Really? Yeah. Well, you live in a bubble?" No, I'm just shocked. Okay, I was shocked, and I even got out of the car like, "Are you really doing the news?" I sure did, didn't I?
Exactly. Yes.
I feel like, well, and I was kudos like, wow. I was a fan already. I was like, and I come from that area.
You know what? I remember you were in your convertible.
Yep. There you go.
You were in your convertible. I remember.
That's right. I was like, hey. And you was probably shocked too, like, what's she doing right on there?
Right. Hair blowing in the wind. Yes. I remember.
That's right. We were just shocked for each other.
Yes.
So, I have to say, hey, I got to keep it real because on the Dr. Meleeka Clary show, that's what I do. I don't sugarcoat nothing, because it is true. Some people, shocked and they're like, hey, I'm not embarrassed to say it. I'm like, yeah. That was, yeah. So thank you for all the things you do. But Steve, I have to admit that I have to ask about the person because, you're behind the scenes, you always on camera. I mean, that is like, wow. But let me ask you, and this has got to be something that, it's all about you. But I know all the other things, but what I don't know is who do you identify yourself to you?
That's a great question. And although I knew you was going to ask that question, it's still one that when you're asked, it goes inside your head, inside your heart, and inside your mind because it makes you think. I love that question. That's an amazing question. And you're talking to somebody who asks questions for a living. That's what I do for a living. I ask questions. I think who I am. I now know that I am a child of the King who has a mission and assignment in life to help others where they are. And that's my job. I didn't know it in the beginning. It was just something, it was a gift that I knew that I had and that I wanted to exercise and to work on and perfect. But I am a journalist whose steps are ordered by the Lord.
That's amazing. And there's no right or wrong answer. It's an answer that is your answer. And that's amazing. And I love that you displayed that because many people have difficulty answering questions like that. And it's so true because they don't know how to answer it. To them, they're like, well, wait a minute, how do I identify myself? But you're a living testimony. Yeah. That's what it is. You're a living testimony of what you identify yourself. So thank you for sharing that information. I really appreciate it. And you know what? On that note, we are going to take a brief commercial and we'll be right back with the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show with the amazing Steve Jeffison. But scoop if you know what time it is.
Can you tell us about your show, the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show?
Okay, well, the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on Bold and Brave TV, that is about identification of oneself. So it helps people to start talking and communicating how you feel, what's going on, but not just that. Because that's how depression happens. That's how anxiety happens. Because we're not talking anymore until something really happens. When I ask people about the identification of oneself, I start asking you, what about challenges in your life? Can you tell me, how did you get through it? Because we got many people out there that doesn't understand, like, okay, you're just like me. Well, let me tell you, you are. I don't care what color you are.
Right.
You're still a human being, and you're still, you know, you go through challenges, but show me or explain to me, how did you get through it? And some people come with stories just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you went through it. But here's my viewers, you're just like me. And that helps other people to say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna attack this. I'm gonna stay in this life one day at a time. If that person can go through it and get through it, I can too.
Now look at this huge group here. They look fantastic, especially this guy at the back here. Look at this. Look at this. Look, ta-da, ta-da. Oh! Get off my... Yeah, I was like, oh, get off my foot. Tell us about you guys.
Well, they're from Boston. I'm from Indianapolis. We're here with Three Corners of Deception movie. Here's the director right here, Dr. Meleeka Clary. I'm Will Garth, the cinematographer. Our movie can be found on Amazon Prime. We have some of the actors and cast. We got Lance Lacconi, the promoter, executive producer. These are also her daughters, her sister, her friend. We're all here. We're all big family.
We are family. Wow.
Production manager, actress, all in the movie Three Corners Deception. Hello, promoter Lance Lacconi. Say hello. Hello.
He's the Godfather, right?
I know, the Godfather.
Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. Okay, we were still with the amazing and handsome Steve Jeffison, known as School. Woo-hoo! Welcome back. You're welcome, my dear. You're welcome. You know what? Thank you again. We left on the identification of oneself. Here's another thing. Not everybody's Christian. Like, I follow Christian and I believe in God. But, you know, my platform is no judgment here. We all believe what we believe. But there's times that I need to call on the Lord for me. But here's the thing. Many people, especially in my audience, are wondering, how did you do it? So is there some type of religion mechanism that you follow?
Did I fall? I'll tell you. I'm like you. I believe that people are where they are spiritually. I don't judge people. I accept people for who they are, whatever they are, because in my mind, um, whatever happens in your life is between you and your God. And um, as a journalist, I think that God exposes me to people who are either experiencing the worst time of their life. Because I covered crime in Indianapolis for 20 years. So literally almost everybody I met, it was on the worst day of their lives because I was covering crime. They were either a victim, sometimes a suspect, and then many times a witness of one of the, probably the worst crimes ever that they've experienced. But I feel like God put me in a place to where no matter what type of relationship the people that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, no matter what type of relationship they have with God, my relationship with God is, you know what? Yes, I want an interview. Yes, I have deadlines. Yes, I have a story to do. Yes, I got to get ready for the 5 o'clock news. I got to get ready for the 6 o'clock news. I'm going to ask you for an interview, but at the same time, I'm praying for you. And I think that's where God has me. I mean, just last week, me and my photographer went to a strip mall where a barber shop, the barber was cutting a client's hair of 12 years, his client for 12 years. And as he was cutting his client's hair, his client's girlfriend walked in and shot and killed him in his chair and then turned the gun on herself. And as a journalist, it's my job to cover this. And I'm talking to this barber. And yes, I asked him for an interview. I expected him to say no, which he said no, but he still needed to. We still talked for an hour. And I let him know, I'm praying for you. And he appreciated it so much. And I don't think none of the other reporters that had tried to get an interview out of him showed that type of compassion or that type of care. At that point, I didn't care whether or not he gave me an interview. I just wanted to let him know that I was praying for him because that was the worst moment of his life.
Oh my gosh.
And
wow.
I think that's where God has me in my career. Now, mind you, I didn't know that all of my career, Dr. Meleeka, it developed, it developed because who knew that almost 20 years ago, if not more, that when I met you, that I would be sitting down having this conversation with you. Because when I met you, I know that God was taking you through some things that I know now is your testimony.
Say it again. Say it again. When people will walk away and thought you was just one of those people that just want to whine or, no, this is for real. For real.
For real. Lifing
yes.
on you.
Lifing on me. That's right. Lifing on me. And I was it. And,
yes,
one don't know what God would, bring you. Well, what's that saying? God never puts as much as you can handle. Well, at that moment in my life, I said, this is enough. I can handle it. I don't want no more. Okay. But he said, no. You need to come on, and I know you can handle a little bit more, girl, a little bit more.
Go through it.
Yep.
Go through it. Yes.
And
go through it. Yes.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
And look at
you know what?
Yeah.
Here's another thing they say. When something happens in your life, it could open a door, but one could, have a door closed. I guess it's closed door, one door opens. if this did not happen, this wouldn't have happened. So I have to reverse psychology of it and say, thank you for me to go through what I went through. And I still go through things, but thank you. All the players, thank you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Right.
Thank you. Because I would never have made a movie. I would never did this platform. I would never went back to entertainment industry. I left 20 something now 30 years ago and come back 20 years later on something compassionate and about myself and what I went through and what's going on. And now I know my voice is being heard. But God took me through from the bottom to the up, and he ain't done yet. So I got to say that. But you know what? Going back to what you had said, thank you for sharing that, because that's mental health. When people are going through something, sometimes you, like you said, the interview wasn't the important. Of course, I am a journalist. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you, are you available to do that? But you became a human being right after that and said, are you okay? And that's what I tell people. And that's why I love my platform. Are you okay? It's not about what you do. It's also, are you okay for doing what you're doing? Because no one knows what behind the scenes and what somebody goes through. Nobody knows. Because even though you've been an anchor for many years, you are out there, but you still got your own. And we're going to get to that question because I'm kind of like beefing it up, but I want you to answer it. Thank you for sharing that. And on that note, we are going to take a brief commercial, and we will be right back with the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show with the amazing and handsome Scoop. Be right back.
Tell me about the podcast, why you decided to do that.
Well, one thing about that is many people do not understand the identification of oneself. And I thought that was very important. I know that there's many people out there that are like lawyers, doctors, judges, celebrities, whatever the case may be, but they are a human being. And I always want to know, who do you identify yourself as? And I think that's so important.
But it's about life. It's about things that happen. And I'm a person, a human being. We share that in common. I'm not perfect, and I don't act like I am. I have to explain my challenges and my testimonies and things that I went through or I go through. Every day is a challenge. I have to stress that because today you get up and you're like, oh, wow, this is great. But there is days it's not so great. And you know what? That is life. Sometimes it's a pause in your daily task or things that you want to complete that day, and you just get hit with a curveball and you got to figure out what you're going to do. And that's what life is all about.
Our movie can be found on Amazon Prime. We have some of the actors and cast. We got Lance Laccone, the promoter, executive producer. These are also her daughters, her sister, her family. We're all here. We're all big family.
We are family. Wow.
Production manager, actress, all in the movie, 3 Quarters Inception. Hello, promoter, Lance Laccone. Say hello. Hello.
He's the Godfather, right?
I know, the Godfather. Yes, he is.
Well, congratulations and enjoy.
The Dr. Meleeka Clary Show is on Bold and Brave TV network. That's a global broadcaster show everywhere. Now, what it is about the identification of oneself. And I ask that question because not many people identify who they are. You could do a lot of things in this world, but you don't know who you are. And it's not about you being a doctor. It's not about you being an actress or a celebrity or a server. It's about you being a person first. You have challenges in your life. And what do you go through? And what's your belief mechanism? What gets you up out of that bed? What makes you think? What makes you love yourself? Because some people, they don't. We're going to get to it.
Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. We are still with the amazing Steve Jeffison. Come on, Scoop. Come on. All right. Thank you for coming back. You know, we left on an interesting note. Here's my other note for you, or well, question actually. Have it ever been a challenge that you've been through that you felt like, how am I going to get through it? I don't know. How am I going to get through it? What did you do? And if you don't mind, because I know we have history, so of course we have many challenges. We talked about a couple of them before we went on break. But can you just share us that one challenge that was just like, wow?
Wow, there's so many. I think what stands out the most is, I was determined to break the stereotype of Black men not getting their health checkups like they're supposed to, like we are supposed
Exactly.
to.
I agree.
Yeah, and there's a stigma with us that we hate going to the doctor, and we do.
Yes, we do.
And so I started a regimen of where I was getting, my blood tested twice a year. And one was doing my annual checkup, which I forced myself to do. And the other one, it was always during Indiana Black Expo Health Fair. They have it every year. It's free. It don't cost you a dime. And you can get, you can get up to $2,000 worth of checkups.
Wow. You hear that, people? We need to hear that. Okay, we always complain about the bill. This is free.
Yeah, and in fact, it's going on today. I'm in Indianapolis, and today I'm going to the Indianapolis into the Black Expo.
And I thought you was, but I was like, okay, I know where he's going with it, but I didn't know where you were. So you are here.
Yeah, right. So it's that day for me. But in 2018, during my health check, my blood count came back very high, which was very unusual, and it scared me. And so, of course, they recommended follow-up, and I did out of fear. And I'm at work after after going and get more blood work. I'm at work. My cell phone rings. I'm walking into the conference room to meet, for our morning meeting. And as I'm walking, I go ahead and answer. I said, hello. And they said, hey, this is nurse so-and-so. And I'm calling to let you know that you have cancer. Yeah, that's the look on my face. That look, freeze that look. Yes, that was the look on my face as I'm walking into the morning meeting with about 40 different coworkers. I have to turn around because these words have literally hit me like a Mack truck. And she said it as if she was calling me to let me know your tacos are ready. She said it so casually, but that's her job. So she's used to saying that, but she had no idea what she had just done to me because I'm on the other end of the phone and I'm scared. And my immediate thought was, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. This is going to be the biggest challenge of my life. But it was early enough that I caught it. And I started calling all my other male friends. Go to the doctor. I called my brother, who's a year younger than me, and said, have you been to the doctor? No, I haven't been to the doctor. He goes to the doctor. He comes back with stage 3 cancer. So if I hadn't gotten checked and called him, his would have progressed beyond.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So that was the biggest challenge. But God is good. And all the time.
Oh my goodness. And look at you. A living testimony. Here to tell the story. And if you don't mind me asking, how many years was this?
This was in 2018. Yes.
Wow. And now you fully recovered.
Yes. Yes. That was the biggest challenge.
Yeah. Yes. I agree. Wow. Thank you. Wow. Thank you for sharing that, because not that you said that, but but you was able to call one of your siblings.
Yes.
And tell them, was he able to?
Yes.
Oh, thank
yes. In fact, I just got back. He lives in Virginia.
Oh, thank you. It's a blessing. Lord Jesus. Oh, I was scared to ask, and I'm sitting here. Okay. Double whammy, but Savior. And thank you. Wow. See, you hear it. He's telling you, and of color people, get checked.
Get checked.
That's that message. Get checked. Stop being scared, because being scared will be late. And I have to say, there was another friend of mine that didn't want to go to the hospital, didn't, got late, got stage 5, and in about 3-4 months, which is unfortunately didn't want to go to the hospital, and everything was so late. Yeah, unfortunately, I love this man and dearly. It was a family of my kids' family, and so we do have stories that does not add. It don't always have the happy ending. You know what I mean? So yours was very, and that just tells you some people just don't, and the person's of color didn't. And you're right, you hit it. We're not being against it. We're just calling how we see it. So thank you for sharing. Thank you. And on that note, we are going to take a brief commercial, and we'll be right back with the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. We'll be right back.
Actress, producer, writer, you've done so much leading you to 3 Corners of Deception. This is an important role for you. What's that about?
The movie is about, judicial deception, but it's also a romance. It's girl meet boy, boy meet girl, or whatever the case may be. But, on a Memorial weekend, it was a wonderful moment. But unfortunately, things end differently. It's not that you know that person when you first meet a person. It's unfortunately that happens. But the movie was more than just that. Nothing that I would even think to think about.
Now, I always tell people communication is so important. If you are feeling a certain way, what's the best way? Accept it and talk about it. How do you feel about this situation? Talk about it. That's the best advice, is talk about how you're feeling about the situation. Whatever is bothering you, whatever's you're carrying that weight, talk about it. Because if you release it, you'll feel much better. You might think that, you're going to be judged. If you feel that someone else is in your family is keep on letting you know all the problems that have happened, and they won't let it go, let them know so then you can let it go. Explain how you feel, that I'm letting that go. There was nothing I could have done. And if I did do something, mistakes happen. We all make mistakes, and that's what happened.
So what can you tell us about your upcoming film, 3 Corners of Deception?
Well, 3 Corners of Deception has been out publicly last year.
Okay. So
And
it's been out now.
actually, yes, it's been out last year, but it actually been on the film festival circuit globally for about maybe 2 years.
Wow.
86 recognitions all over the world. Wow. So it's on the IMDb 8.0, something like that rating.
Yes,
so
it's high.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people like it.
The movie, it's about judicial deception, but it started with a romance and girl meet boy, but it didn't end like that. The motivation behind that was more basically judicial deception and trying to give awareness to people that, look, this is things that's happening and it shouldn't happen.
Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. We are back, and we are still with the amazing, handsome Steve Jeffison. Come on here, Scoop. All right.
Hey.
Welcome back. I'm telling you, got that smile that no one can get. Okay.
Thank you.
It's perfect for you.
I paid for it, right? I bought it,
you
right?
paid for it. Well, you getting your money's worth. I'm telling you. Okay, so there you go. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what? Here's another question. Thank you for sharing. Really, honestly, thank you. You know, it's one thing, it's so hard what we do every day. And the hardest thing is to, I want to say, get out of that bed and have a reason to get out of that bed. Because, you know, my platform is about positive psychology, but it's mental health awareness and it's life. That's what we do. We deal with life. So is there something that you do or some routine? Because, you know, there's other viewers and they're probably, you know, they're wanting to follow something because, you know, we're followers before we realize we're leaders. And they're probably thinking, what do you do? Magical. Because I want to try that. So is there something you do that you don't mind sharing once you get out of that bed, or routine or anything that gets you going for the day?
Yeah, you know, it's crazy that you asked that question, but I didn't realize it, but pretty much all of my life, when I wake up, I didn't realize I had a habit of looking over at the window and seeing the daylight pierce through the blinds. And I say, thank you, Lord, for another day. Now, how am I going to make this day count that you've given me? Because there's so many people that did not wake up today or did not make it through yesterday. And I kind of chart then, okay, so today is the day that I get task A, B, and C done. If I don't complete B, I got to get to C. If I don't complete A, I'll go ahead and start B. I'll try to make it to C. But try not to take the day that the Lord has given me for granted. And I think to myself, okay, well, thank you, Lord, for another day. I say a prayer. And then because, and you know this, in our field, we meet new people almost every day. Every day. And I don't take that for granted because I think that God crosses paths with people in your life, whether it be for a season, a short season, long season, lifetime season. So I'll automatically think, who am I going to meet today? How am I going to influence them? How are they going to influence me? What will be my responsibility for meeting that person? You know, is it going to be happenstance? Is it going to be by chance? Is it going to be by fate? Is it destiny? What is the purpose for me meeting that person that day? God, do you have a responsibility for me when you introduce me to that person? You know, am I meeting somebody standing on the edge of night, holding the guiding light with only Ryan's hope? I mean, what is my purpose? And that's how I start my day. And I end my day by evaluating, what did I accomplish today? Not for me, not for my job, but as a child of God. Did I miss mission? And if I did, Lord, give me another day. And I always try to live my life as, okay, well, if 4 o'clock is my last breath, am I ready? I want to be ready. You know, and but waking up and seeing that sunlight, that means a lot.
You know what? Thank you. Because I do similar things that you mentioned. I look on my left, I keep the blinds open for a reason. It's nothing but, there's houses way over, but it's just the sky, really. You could see, you know? And I do the same thing. I look and I said, eyes open. I do my other prayer before I go do my knee prayer. And I just see, get me through the day. That's what I say. Because I don't know exactly the program. Sometime I got an idea what I want to do today. But just get me through it. Because I don't know what's coming. Positive, negative. I don't know. Just ask, get me through it. Get me through it. And, you know, and I want people to understand, for me, it's an age difference. Like when I say many of my upbringing years wasn't so like get me through the day. I was just going through the day. But as I got older, it's get me through the day because I'm seeing my friends drop off my age. And that next day is not guaranteed. So now I'm trying to offer that to people. I have more years, and I think I heard this by Marlon Wayne, so I'm giving him credit because that's where I heard it. More years in back of me than in front of me. And that is a true fact. True fact. And I live like that. I don't know what's going on. I just know I want to get through the day, and whatever I want to do, let me do it. If I'm going to do something new today, let me do it. And that's all I can tell you. Because you only got one life at it. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Because hey, grateful, being grateful. And maybe the younger generation may not understand. What are they talking about? Why? Because we're up there, honey. That's why we're talking. Okay. We've been there, done that. Here comes wisdom. Okay.
Right.
At that young age, it's, you know, when you getting up there, it's like you still wanna, but it's kind of with sense. Like, what I gotta do first. Did I do everything yet? And you said it. Am I ready? I mean, I think in your life, and I'm not there yet, and I'm probably just, mentioning this, that it might be a time in your life that you may say, I'm good. It's just not now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But you may say, I'm good. And I always say, if it happens, because I don't know when the clock is going to say ding dong, I know that he gave me the best out of the best. And I enjoyed every bit of it. And I do not have any regrets. Ups and downs, I will say. He got me through it. But I will not say that I didn't have a bad life. I would say that God had got me through ups and downs. So if I was to be ready and I don't feel like I was ready because of him and flesh talks, then I will say, okay, then you said, there's no more I can do for you here. We're good. You did what you need to do. It's time to go. Okay, then I say, rest in peace. Yeah. And that's all I can say. But until then, here we go. Dr. Meleeka Clary Show.
Okay. And more to come.
That's all I got to say. So here you go. So thank you for sharing that. We're going to take a brief commercial, and we will be right back with Steve Jeffison. Scoop. Hey, Scoop. We'll be right back.
Dr. Meleeka Clary is an award-winning director, actor, model, paralegal, clinical psychologist, and YouTuber who focuses on raising public awareness of judicial deception and the importance of mental health. Clary has won several accolades and awards for 3 Corners of Deception, including Best Human Rights Director and Best Female Director at the Toronto International Women's Film Festival. She joined HMWP Psychology Counseling in 2019 and has since been creating content for YouTube. Dr. Clary's work has been praised for its insights into the criminal mind, and she continues to be an outspoken advocate for justice.
And I wanted to do the show, which I was asked to do so, but I had to do it my way. And my way is this. I want to know, who are you? I mean, I could tell you what I am. I'm a filmmaker, I'm an actress, I'm a mom, I'm a doctor. But who am I? Who do I identify myself as to myself? You have a lot of people walking around here and they don't know who they are. And that's what it's about. It's who are you? Because I interview celebrities, I interview doctors, lawyers, average folks. I mean, you could be a nurse, it doesn't matter. I'm going to interview, but I'm not just going to interview about you. I'm going to interview, who are you to you? Who do you identify yourself? Because believe it or not, that's a very interesting question. And a lot of times it's hard to answer.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't understand that.
You're a clinical psychologist,
Yes.
filmmaker,
Yes.
actress,
Yes.
model.
Yes.
How do you find the time to everything?
Well,
it's amazing. Many congratulations with everything.
Thank you. I think life, that's what it is. I mean, I'm 50, so I have a lot of life there. So experiences and challenges and, things I wanted to do in life.
I just love, I can feel the passion of that you have for your work. I can feel that. You and I have only just met this morning. But you have so much involvement with people, your patients, clients, and you love it, don't you? You really do.
I do.
Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. We are still with the amazing and handsome Steve Jeffison. Come on, Scoop, Scoop. Let's go.
Hey.
I just love it. I just love it. It's such a pleasure. And I know we have a short segment right now to having you on the show, but I'm going to ask you one question. And I know, we don't have a lot of time, and it's just lovely to have you. I really love having you. Let's put it that way. Let me just ask you this question. You know what? Many things said, and you said it, you kind of said it through in the segments. What do you do for self-care?
Self-care. I pray a lot, and I take time for me.
That's right.
Sometimes I have to completely shut down all of the news stuff and just say, okay, it's me time. So recreation as a long list: roller skate, motorcycle,
Yes.
Gun range,
Woo.
golf.
Yeah, you're in Texas. You're in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas. Yeah, in Texas. Just the rodeo. Just a lot of just self-care. Treat myself to mani and pedicures. Just take care of me, because if I don't take care of me, who will?
And you know what? I'm glad you said that, because many people don't understand. It's not a selfish act. It's a healthcare act. Okay?
Yes.
It's wonderful to take care of your mental state of mind and your physical. Okay? And I think that is so important. But many people think I'm going to just work all day long and then neglect your care. Like, oh, there's an appointment I have to go to. Oh, I'll put it off. Or, you know what I mean? And you're not taking care of yourself. But why we still don't get the message: if you do not take care of yourself, you cannot be good for anyone else.
There you
so
go.
How
That's
yes
deep right there.
So how can you be the best of you, or the best version of you, if you can't take care of the best version of you?
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know somebody who's broken all down inside and mentally, trying to pick somebody else up, and you broken, need a little fixing. You give all this advice, but you ain't fixing you.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of non-psychologists is out there. Even some psychologists out there got to resolve some issues. Because
That's true.
if not, you're deteriorating inside. And I tell people that. I know we don't want to share a business, but you got to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of your mental state of mind, how can you take care of your physical at all? They work together, not separate people. I have to say it, because, we mentioned so much. And like I told you, my platform is sharing and caring. I do this pro bono. I care about people. I do this, you guys, so you can live the best life you can live within your means. And I bring people over here as a pro bono day for them too, just to share. So therefore, take something out of it. And I just love it that you shared your testimony, your challenges. And hopefully somebody would look and say, hey, you are like me. That's right. You see, he's been around the world and done a lot of things, but he's no different than you. We are still human beings, and we still cry and bleed and get sad and get disappointed and get happy. So there you go. Take that. So thank you again. Also, is there a quote that you don't mind leaving, that's something that you live by? Like a quote, you know? Because I always say, my father said, never stop trying. I took that with me.
Yeah, recently it's been, God has been so good and is doing so much. So recently it's just been TG, BTG. To God be the glory.
Oh, wow. I love it. To God be the glory.
To God be the
That's
glory.
amazing. Oh, Steve, thank you so much for sharing that.
Well, thank you for
You're
having
welcome.
me.
And my viewers, how can they follow you or see you, or you on Google, and any websites or media, social medias? Please mention them.
Yep, I'm on everything: LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, at Scoop Jefferson.
There you go. That's right. You see, did you hear it? You heard it here on the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show. He can be found. So start looking for him. Okay. So you can get the scoop. You get the scoop.
There you go. And I recently found out if you put my name in AI will tell you.
Oh my gosh, I saw that too. I looked at me, I said, get out.
Right,
I ain't playing.
That part.
Ain't playing at all. Wow. Ain't that something? Technology just increased. Shoot.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you again, Steve. I appreciate you being on our show. Thank you again for being on Dr. Meleeka Clary Show.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome, and you have a pleasant day. Well, I have to say, this was an amazing show, people. It's always a pleasure knowing that, I have my, yes, Steve, you're welcome. He's just amazing. He is amazing, okay? I love all my guests, okay? But, the story is real. The mission is real. And things what people go through is so real. And, like I told you, I share testimonies and challenges, and I bring guests on my show to let you know we're like you. So don't think that we're extinct, because we're not. We are not exempt. I want to say, I don't know if I said it right, but exempt from the trials and tribulations of what one goes through in this life. We just handle it just like you, as it comes. So with that being said, I want you to have a wonderful day. And you already know how to find me: LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Where is it? Website, Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, or drmeleekaclary.com, my website. Okay, you can look at the red on the bottom of the orange. That's right. See, I love it. I love it, people. This change is wonderful. Thank you to my engineer, Joe. I love it. Thank you. Sweet recordings. You are amazing. So with that being said, you guys, oh my gosh. And Google me too. You can find me. Please have a wonderful rest of the day. Enjoy this beautiful day. Whatever, rain, snow, sleet, whatever. It's still a day. Do something about it, and have a wonderful weekend to come. And God bless you all. I love you all. I don't have to know you to love you. Okay? So may God bless you, and take care of yourself. And thank you again for tuning in to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. God bless and take care. Mwah.